my niggas bodied up. Ran up a bag, then I went and bought a Rari. If I hurt your feelings, my bad, I'm sorry. Got a lot of choppers, I ain't talking about no Harley.
Wake up and get your money, honey. It's Maurice and I am back with another video. Today I'm getting my hair done by
I'm Shay. Y'all can follow me on Cameo at kameosalonandspa on Instagram.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. She do it all, so get at her. Today we're gonna be asking a couple questions, and today's topic is just like overcoming struggles and getting where you want to go and goals, you know, career goals, and being in, because you know different career fields have different struggles and different dynamics. So we're just gonna talk a little bit about the hair industry. We have started, but it's okay. Y'all gonna be here for the process. So to open up, let's get a little background information.
Okay.
So are you the only child or do you have siblings?
I have siblings. I have 2 siblings. I am the middle child, so I have an older sister and a younger sister.
Okay. So how do you feel being the middle sibling has affected you, if it has?
I think middle child syndrome is definitely true. I wasn't super girly, and I wasn't, even though I do hair right, I wasn't super girly, and I felt like I was left out of a lot of things. But I think a lot was expected of me, because I was very smart and very talented from at a young age. So I think being a middle child, it definitely singled me out, because it's kind of like the oldest one gets the attention for being the oldest and needing more, and then the youngest just is the youngest in charge, pretty much. So yeah, it was challenging growing up being the middle child, and then I don't think it's on purpose. I think it definitely molded me into the person that I am today. But middle child syndrome it's real, it's true, and yeah, I struggled with that until probably like my mid-20s. So yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel that it has, because I know you said it's most likely built your character. So how will you say that it's affected you?
It affected me negatively and maybe positively and maybe negatively. Well, to start, I would say negatively. I feel like being the middle child, it was apparent. For one, it's always been apparent that I was the different child. And I would just say, you know, sometimes people feel like, oh, you could do this, you could do that, you don't need help. Well, no, yes, the fuck I do, actually. Like, you know, the saying, I would say, check on your strong friends. Like, that's true. Check on your strong sister, because sometimes that strong sister is not always strong. Or if you so used to being strong and being this or that to everybody else, you may not actually be that to yourself. So while a lot of people had, like, my aunts, mom, dad, I felt like I was like left alone a lot because I was independent and self-sufficient, but that doesn't mean that I didn't need the emotional support or you know, the reassurance that, okay, y'all do really love me, y'all not just leaving me hanging. It's just that I would say family, when they get in your head like you don't really need them, then they're not really there for you, and that's not, you know, always good. But positively, I would say being a middle child, I got to have a lot of things on my own and have a lot of experiences on my own that didn't center around or focus on everybody being included. I was just me, and I was different. I don't know if that makes sense. But
yeah, I get you. Okay. So. Okay, that's cool. Given that my sister is the middle child, I definitely can, you know, see it from the perspective. Now, all I can do is empathize. But I definitely, you know, see where I can step up as a sister as well, just by hearing that, because I get that vibe now.
Yeah.
But you gain that knowledge and you have that to take with you. So, do you have any kids, and how many, if so?
I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl.
Okay, and did you have when would you say that you had them, like age-wise, I guess?
Like late 20s, and I'm so happy for that because like I lived my 20s. I would recommend any young person, like, don't be. I'm not gonna say I didn't have a slip up, but I was well of age enough to make certain decisions to where I didn't choose to do that. And then my younger sister, she was a teen mom, and just seeing that, I was always kind of like the one who said, "Oh, I'm not having kids," but at the end of the day, what's for you is for you, and when God says it's time for you to do something, it's time for you to do something type shit. So, but yeah, I got 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and I love it. I had my son when I was 26, and then I had my daughter when I was 30. So, yeah.
And that was a good spatial too. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being said, talking about the middle child syndrome and talking about you having your children at a good age where, you got to kind of come up, to gain your own personality. As far as like dealing with your children, that you use all of that knowledge into them, and how do you feel like that having children has affected you in general?
I would say it has definitely affected me positively. I was definitely a hot girl, like having a lot of hot girl summers. Just a hot head in general. I feel like having my kids, it slowed me down in the sense of it gave me more of a purpose to live for something other than myself, because I will honestly say, being younger, I was in the nightlife scene, inside a dancer, so everything was just always all about me. So when I had my kids, it really just slowed me down, paid more attention to life, and like I said, it gave me a higher purpose in life. Yeah.
Your coming up is how has it affected their coming up? Like for you personally, I guess.
I would say the things that I went through helped me in terms of like raising my kids, because I get to teach them how to treat each other, from the start, not like kind of growing through it and going through it like I did. If I could be some type of guidance for the things that kind of affected me as a sister, I want to teach them how to, go about it a different way. So I think the things that I went through as a sister definitely helped mold me as a mom, because, there's a lot of things that me and my sisters did, i.e. fighting, that I want my children to know, like, you don't have to fight each other, you don't have to ridicule each other. You don't have to make the other feel bad because they're good at this or not good at that. The experience that I have as a sister in general is going to help me, continue to raise my kids in the way that I feel, could be work for them.
Yeah. So. Now that we have this background information, guys, what are some goals that you have achieved and some goals that you feel like maybe you did not get to achieve, or maybe not even that you didn't get to achieve it at all, but maybe it's just a yet that was affected maybe about like while you were younger coming up, or also because you have children?
Well, one of my biggest goals is that I was a salon owner for 2 years, and it was like my dream to be a salon owner ever since I was younger. But then after owning the salon for 2 years, I was in business with my sister, and it went really, really well. It came time for us to separate our businesses, and so that's what we did. So I feel like that's like one of the biggest goals that I've achieved in my life so far. In doing that, I realized that I don't necessarily care to have a salon. I care to have a workspace, and I like to sell things. I want more so of a store. So that's the goal, with the workspace in it and providing other workspaces for other creators. I feel like it's important to separate that from like your real life, because like it's cool. I've always had an in-home salon, and I've always tried to, you know, juice it up, make it look real nice, but working away from home and then just being able to come home just to be me and my kids space only, you know, because I do have to cleanse a lot, you know, get me some sage. Not to say that I have like bad spirited people, but you know, I want to keep it, you know, our aura just for, you know, me and my kids. This is our space at the end of the day. So yeah, that's like my biggest goal, is having a salon. And then what I'm working towards is just having a better space to be able to work out of. Like the biggest goal that I have, like I want to be a farmer for my family. You know, I want to own me some land and start planting and growing my own crops, and you know, things for like my family, my friends, and stuff like that. That's like long-term goal.
Yeah, that's definitely dope. See you guys in a second. We're gonna let y'all get a little time lapse in between here, and then we'll come back with the career questions. Love you guys.
I could blame it on the physical. I could blame it on your lips, your touch, your kiss, you know, real traditional. But your love's too original. You were anything but original. Baby, did you know that you and we fell and knew we couldn't fall back? Knew I'd always crawl back. Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Cause baby, it's the everything for me, for me, for me. Baby, it's the everything for me.
Okay, guys, we are back, and as you can see, I look good as fuck.
Hey, period.
Okay, so now we're going into like the career-based questions. As a hairstylist, what are some pros and cons?
I mean, I do hair with a passion, so I guess the cons, no, because I like working long hours. Well, I would say I like last Saturday I worked from like 7:30. I started at like 7:30 that morning, and then I had like maybe a 4-hour break in between, but I didn't finish till like 3 o'clock that morning. But those are like house calls, which I do charge more for, and so you know it panned out. But I mean I love every minute of hustling when it comes to doing hair. It's just what I love to do. I would say maybe the cons are, you know, meeting people or having experiences with people that just having unpleasant experiences with people. The pros would definitely be the mayans, because I get it. But and just putting a smile on people's face. Like I really love just like, I don't see how y'all can sit here that long to get y'all hair done, but people don't see how I can stand up this long to do the hair. So, but for me, it's like the end process. Like I get to complete a task, get to complete and then change somebody's mood, their life. You know, I've had people cry, you know, like in my chair. So just because of the transformation, you know, however they may have been feeling or whatever the case may be, I was able to help them, you know what I'm saying, get one step closer to feeling better about themselves, or just picking up their mood, or just lightening their, you know, whatever. So that's definitely like the biggest pro.
Definitely. Say, you know, you take your craft serious. Where do you see your craft going?
I see my craft in general becoming a brand, something that's bigger than myself. Ultimately, I'm not very big on change. So it's been kind of not hard at all, but just venturing into new lanes and making this again, like I said, bigger than me just braiding hair or doing hair, whatever the case may be. Just overall building up a brand, something that represents myself, and like I said, my passion behind what I'm doing. So
definitely get that. We love a good brand. But you kind of touched base on this one already, so I was gonna kind of skip it, but we could so the question is, what is your big dream as far as like that dream that you're going for, that career goal that is at the top of the list? I know you kind of hit on it before, but you can
I would just say ultimately just coming out from behind the self and letting my business make money for me. Ultimately, like, being a hairstylist, people don't generally look at this as like a career, but it is. It's a laborious career actually, because you're on your feet, you're straining your back, and then when people ain't holding their head up, you know what I'm saying, gotta do. But yeah, like it's the ultimate goal is coming from behind the chair, but still being able to be a part of the industry and not having to do the label. Right. Letting this make money for itself. So that's why it's important to build a brand, to come up with innovative ways to be able to come from behind the chair. So yeah, I think that's my end game, like coming from behind the chair. I don't want to be 50 years old, braiding nobody hair. I'm not going to be 50 years old braiding nobody hair, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not, I'll be pushing products and doing this and doing that, whatever, we'll see. But yeah, that's my ultimate goal, is to come from behind the chair and allow my brand to make money for me.
So with that being said, what are some goals, small goals, like along the way, just for like other people to kind of hear out, like you can do it? What are some small goals that you have achieved, and how did you work towards achieving those goals?
Well, a small goal that I think I've achieved is I work with a company in China. They produce my mink lashes, and I've been working with them going on 3 years now. So now I'm getting like 3-day shipping from China. Instead of like 30 days or 15 days or whatever like that. So I would just say with that started so small and something that I didn't really put much effort into, but the fact that I've continued to stick with it, things are looking up in that particular area. That small goal, I would say, it's just continuing to venture into getting my products in, getting them in quickly, quicker, venturing into having other items as well. So that's like the little small goal that I'm working on right now. Just trying to figure out all of the things that I want to implement into the sales part of my business or whatever like that. Because everything can kind of get so washed, like, I could come out with an edge control. I can mass produce combs. You could do a lot of small things, but those are the things that a lot of people are doing, but they're not doing the research on the products. You know what I'm saying? All these, that, and the third. But yeah, that's my main little small goal right now, is just to continue working on building up my inventory.
Do you feel like you've had some losses or some times where it's just like, dang, like maybe slow seasons?
Girl, yeah. Slow weeks. Slow months.
And how do you find yourself being motivated and
keep going? Yeah. Because when that pop, you got to be ready. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's been my biggest thing. Like I not gonna say that I haven't gotten discouraged in those seasons, but when you're a seasoned stylist, you kind of know when your slow week coming. You kind of know when, like, I know when I've pushed out all my clients. I know when I've gotten everybody out, and I'm gonna have like a little wind down, but I utilize that time to work out, to get in the streets with my kids, to get in the streets with my friends, catch up on some rest or whatever. Because when you praying for to be busy or to be booked and busy, when you actually get busy, you're not realizing like, okay, you're gonna be on your feet. You're gonna be. So I've been working right now for like 3 weeks straight. So I know once, ain't slowing down. Like the client is coming in. So like I said, like it's just you just gotta stay motivated and do things in between those times that are gonna keep you going, so that when the momentum does come back, you're whole enough to continue to push through with the boom. Like you gotta be ready for that. So yeah,
definitely it. Yes, because I can say I feel like even just being on Instagram, watching certain people or being in certain people close friends, I can say that a lot of people do get discouraged in that in those slow seasons, or just that lack or having that lack of motivation when the time is ready. Because like once they do, like you said, like the momentum, like once it's picking up and everything, you all drained out or you dragged out because you sending that energy. So I definitely love what you just said, because
it's a mindset thing. I was just telling one of my clients that the other day. He has a really dope brand. It's this hat that I'm wearing. But I'm like, and everybody in his DM, I need that. But it's like, if you don't have, you know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to move when the momentum is there. Nevertheless, he got his little stuff together. But, just saying all that to say, like, it's definitely your mindset when it comes to, I think, just life in general, not just having something going on, because you are what you think. The way you think is going to create your reality. So if you're constantly telling, like, I had somebody tell me, well, I think it seems like when everything is going right, that's when I know something is about to happen that's wrong. I said, well, be in the moment and let everything that's right just be right.
Right.
If it feels right, it looks right to you, then it's probably right. But if you're telling yourself something is going to go bad, then you're inviting into your, you know what I'm saying?
I struggle with that personally, so I definitely get that. Ooh.
It's the mindset thing, you know what I'm saying? Like when I left my salon, it was hard, but at the same time, it's like if I keep praying for God to open bigger doors, why would I think that I could stay there?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like He preparing me for what's bigger, the things that I pray for. So you can't always. I try to, now that I'm older, take, you know what I'm saying, life situations and put the positive on it. Let it be a teachable moment. Let it be a lesson in it, versus, you know what I'm saying, because I was fighting the air. I wanted my little shop, but again, it was a little shop. And if I'm praying for bigger, then that's where, that's what I got to keep my mind on. That's what I got to keep my eye on the prize.
Right.
So, yeah.
So I did hear you say, like, when you are in your, like, downtime, you do social, you keep your social life up, or like spend time with the kids and whatnot. So what do you have to say to the people about maintaining that work social life balance? As far as, like, I say, because my brand is mental health, and personally I do know, like, in those down seasons, the best thing to do is kind of go into that social balance. So what do you think, like, what would be your advice, or what would you have kind of say about that? Because a lot of people would, that's why a lot of people end up going under, because they don't choose the right guide or the right direction to go in. So, like, I say go towards family and friends for sure, because it kind of builds up your confidence a little bit, being around people that genuinely care, love, etc. So
yeah, well, I would say that even if you don't have the people around you that love and care for you or support you in those down seasons, it's important to feed your brain positivity. Like I did, I've gotten a full body adjustment, and that was vital to my mental health. I did not know that, but it really helped me sleep better and so many other things. His name is Dr. Branch on Instagram. He's amazing. I love him. But nevertheless, I would just say it's simple, but it's not that simple, because I'm the type of person, like, I could be my worst critic. I'ma down myself before I down somebody else. So I'ma think less of what I got going on while everybody be like, oh, your shit, ooh. But then I'm here like, no, I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. But just get out of your head. Get grounded. Take that time or those times, those downtimes to self-reflect, you know, and speak life into yourself. Speak life into your kids. If you have kids, you know, working out during those times really helped me. But yeah, I would just say find what helps your mental. It's not even so much about getting out, being social, but just
what works for you. Yeah.
Just whatever works for you, because at the end of the day gotta end. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, and so last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and close this one out, guys. If you had to give any advice to your younger self or girls that's looking up to you or coming up behind you, what would you have to say?
Like, it's gonna be okay, shawty, you got this. If I could say anything to my younger self, it would definitely be, fuck them folks. Oh, I can do this. Okay. Fuck them folks. You don't need them. Rely on yourself. Which is what I've always kind of been put in a position to do. Just that it'll be okay, and you don't need reassurance from others to continue to be a great person, be a great parent, be a great worker, you know, because I do believe in having great work ethic. You don't need other people's reassurance to be all the great things that you believe that you are. You don't need those pats on the back. You don't need the accolades.
Right.
What you need is yourself, and what you need is your mental health. I think that's the biggest thing I would have told myself, because I kind of let myself go under for quite some time. I've always been just this confident person, but with certain people, especially certain families, sometimes you look for reassurance, you know, from the people around you, and sometimes you don't get that. So to my younger self, like, girl, you didn't need that. You made it through. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So many times I was crying when I look back at and then see where I am now. I'm like, all I had to do was just keep going. You know what I'm saying? Keep praying, keep pushing. So, yeah, and to the younger girls, fuck them folks. You don't need them folks. You need yourself and your mental health. And if you have those things, because if you're not right, nothing can be right around you. If you have children, your children, you know what I'm saying, they pick up on that energy, you know what I'm saying? So that's been my main thing too. Like, if I ain't right, can't nothing even move around you, right? Because you just not right, you know what I'm saying? So I would just say, stay true to who you are. You know, you don't need to change for nobody, especially not no man. And get your money, honey. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Wake up and get your money. You feel me? Like, that's the tea. That's the real thing. Wake up and get your money. You know what I'm saying? And always stay true to who you are and where you're going. Right. So that's what I got.
Yes. So thank you. I believe we got some gems up in this vid for sure.
Thank you.
You can do one last shout out so they know where to find you, what to look for, you know.
Yeah, so again, my name is Shay. I'm Fire with the Braids, sew ins, everything. Just look on my page. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? Follow me on Instagram at Cameo with the Kameo Salon and Spa.
And I will be dropping it in the comments. Of course, we'll tag her. But yes, guys, love you guys, and we'll, see y'all later.
Make a nigga silence ya. Oh, you think you tough because you